And we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
How's everybody doing today?
I hope everyone's doing well.
So yeah, we've got. We thought we would do an open panel today. So let me get the link. 1 second. Get situated here.
I'm glad you can share it because I'm on my phone and I can't chat. So.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on the chat and let you know what's going on.
I can see it. I can reply to it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? So yeah, some interesting stuff, has been going on the last couple of days. So yesterday, an article got published by BuzzFeed that we helped participate in writing. It was actually put together by Fact Checker on Twitter. He's the one that did all the hard work. He asked us to, add a little bit to it, like in terms of, one section. And we appreciate him asking us to be involved. So, it got posted yesterday. It was top news in BuzzFeed. And then we get up today and the article's been removed, which is not all that surprising, really. This is the games that we're used to. This is what happened with Charisse when she was doing, when she did her article along the same kind of lines, if it's negative publicity and it's, talking about the allegations that are towards him. They ended up getting a cease and desist. And now all of a sudden, that cease and desist went away because she's writing, positive articles in favor of him again. But at any rate, it has been republished. The link is in the chat. It is circulating around on Twitter as we speak. Please share it far and wide before it gets removed. And so I mean, it's not surprising,
that actually opens up to what I was going to say perfectly. I just want to make it clear I'm sick of being censored.
Me too. Our YouTube channels have been targeted. Somebody else, Poina, she got a copyright strike today on behalf of Corey Feldman. You have to question, why are they trying so hard to silence us? And it's not simply because it's personal. It's because we're giving the truth and they don't want the truth out there. So it's very unfortunate that,
Go on.
Well, it's very unfortunate that you can't use your First Amendment right, freedom of speech, especially when it's backed up by a lot of information and facts. So,
and I'll give you a prime example. A certain person called Justin Bieber has recently been accused of this kind of thing. And
oh, really? I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. 2 or 3 girls have come forward and made claims. He straight away put out a statement refuting it, calling it all lies, and he has now proceeded to take these girls to court for slander. So, if you are accused of these things and you genuinely did nothing wrong, that's what you do. You fight it. You don't go around the internet taking down every negative thing to hide it, because it makes you look guilty.
Well, it does make you look guilty, and we're not just throwing out slander. I mean, like, there's police reports that have been filed for witness statements. These girls have firsthand information. You are allowed to legally speak about firsthand information. That makes a difference in a court of law. If you don't believe me, seek advice from an attorney. It's actual fact. I got the same information. So it's actual facts. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Just because you don't like the content of what's being said doesn't mean that you have the right to shut us down.
Well, yeah.
And I think a certain albino bitch, is taking it a little bit too far.
She's on her power trip.
And letting the power go to her head. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not right, you know.
It's not.
It's very frustrating, to be honest with you. So,
And that one tweet
you know,
they said, "Oh, I watch crime channels, and you know the way they're behaving is how murderers start out." Are you kidding? Are you serious? Like, really?
Exactly, Nicole. You shouldn't be worried about being sued if you're telling the truth. That's right. That's the thing. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I haven't said hi to everybody. We're simulcasting to 2 channels, so if you're on Stacey's channel on the Real Truth Campaign, please come to Kim Rocks for the main chat. I meant to say that at the beginning and I forgot.
I'm going to put the laptop on so I can see the chat properly.
Okay.
I feel rude not seeing
it. Another thing I would like to quickly address is we were told that Greg was forced into removing the video, the interview that he had done with Marty Weiss. So we were under the impression that it had been removed. All of a sudden yesterday, tweets start circulating, you know, flagging Corey's attention to the fact that Greg had Marty Weiss on there doing an interview. I just want to reiterate what I said before about, you know, how he doesn't speak for Judy Haim, that we had no knowledge of the interview. We don't agree with the interview. You know, we weren't a part of the interview and we didn't know about it until after the fact. And I think it was extremely careless for Greg not to consider the implications of the effect that it would have on Judy and others. He knows that Feldman has been calling us a pedo protector for years. And now you made it look like that's what it is. So we just want to reinforce, you know, what we had said earlier is that, you know, we have no ties or affiliation to Greg. He went rogue and is doing his own thing. He doesn't speak to us. We don't speak to him. And we're just going to leave it at that. But I just wanted to make it clear that we had no knowledge of this and we don't agree with it. So.
And another reason why I'm so pissed off about it is it's been 8 freaking days since that interview. And I'm still waking up every morning dealing with a backlash.
Yeah. Hey, Bruno.
How you doing?
So,
good. Yeah. How are you?
All right. I just came back from my aunt's house and took my dog for a nice run with her dog. I took her dog for a
nice.
Walk. Yeah, I took them both running. She has a little buddy to play with and run around with.
Yeah, Dakota needs that big
7-month-old pit bull. She has a little female.
Oh, yeah.
And she likes playing with my dog. So I go take Bruno
over
there. Like take a little play date for him. He goes to the park and plays with him. And...
Nice. Hey, Lewis, how are you?
What's tonight's show? Lots to discuss. Come join the panel. Fraud.
Yeah, so we were just going over a couple things about how the article was removed from BuzzFeed. So now it's republished under yeah, but it's republished under a different media outlet, which is called themedium.com. The link's in the chat. It's not surprising. This happened before when Celebrity Insider wrote a similar type of article and they got a cease and desist. So we're not sure exactly what happened, how it came about being removed, but I'm sure something similar along those lines. So
somebody reported it, you mean? Like somebody reported it?
Yeah, like as in Feldman would have had it removed from BuzzFeed.
All right,
I probably sent them a cease and desist.
I tagged him in it within seconds of it coming out, so he has seen it.
Oh, so he knew. Yeah, he's a narcissist. He would want that down as quick as possible. Is it up on another site right now, you said?
It is. It's on medium.com. So let me see. That was up here.
What are you guys going to read it?
Show it? We can. I wasn't really going to, but yeah, we can. Hang on. Let me get it on my phone. It'll be easier.
That was
and
a good
quicker.
article too. And I remember me saying like
It was a great article.
Like the reason Feldman, like my hypothesis was Feldman's not coming back because either he knows he's going to be arrested or questioned or sued or something like that. Like there's a reason he's been hiding for so long and not came back to America. After every campaign, it's only a few weeks in like these countries, not 4 months.
Right. Right. Okay, so 1 second here. I'm just getting the article pulled
That
up.
article said 8 women came out about him. 8.
Yeah.
And one of them 8 are going to stick. Hopefully all 8 do.
All right, so it's just pulling up on my phone here. Okay, so it's quite long. Are you sure you want me to read this? This is very long.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. No, I read it, and I've already read the article.
Okay, yeah, I think we'll pass on reading it. It's very long.
was good.
No, I just wanted to let people know. So, and then I wanted to quickly talk about the Greg interview because that was circulating around on Twitter, and I just wanted to
Recently? I thought
let
it was
people
off.
know. That's
No,
what we
it's
thought
Friday.
too. It was on Unlisted, and if you had the link, you could still share it. So it was being shared, and Corey Feldman was being tagged in it and shit like that.
Really?
And
See,
you
that's,
know, it was like,
yeah, that was the
Yeah.
whole point. If people can't understand why Kim and Judy and people are pissed off at that, well, then maybe you shouldn't be in this game. What we're trying to do here, the only thing that matters is to protect Corey Haim's legacy and to get the Angels justice and defend his mom. So if you can't realize how that would have reflected, and now look at Feldman and his pedo friends trying to call people pedo, what do they call a pedophile friend or whatever? What is it called? Pedo protector. If someone's calling you
Yeah.
that, if you can't see where, like, then you have no strategic thought in your head. Go read Machiavelli.
right.
Honestly, honestly, this is a war for somebody. This
Yeah.
is a war for somebody, for the history, to protect a man's legacy and his history,
Right.
and to get justice for the Angels, a whole bunch of shit. So if he doesn't see why that was wrong, then maybe it's better that he's not around. You know what I mean? Because you don't belong in this game.
Right.
You can't understand why having Marty Weiss. Marty Weiss is a vicious scumbag piece of shit. Nobody likes him. Nobody, trust me. Marty Weiss will burn in the third dimension of hell. Trust me. He's a
Yeah.
repulsive human being, and these girls think so low of him. Nobody likes him. Trust me. And if Judy could, she'd probably.
Well, and when we did the live and, you know, explained our stance on it, we realized that it was kind of drawing a line in the sand, which we're okay with. You know, and what's happened as a result is we're going to find out who's real and who's not.
Well, yeah.
And
So
for the
who's
most
in
part,
this-
everyone's been most people have been very supportive, but there's been
of course, because
the
most
odd
people
person
care.
that kind of surprises you.
Most people care about what's this main thing's all about. It's all about defending Corey Haim's legacy and getting the Angels justice. So to put anything above that or anything at all is putting that all at risk. That was just a dumb move. Anyone's common sense. Nobody can defend that. I'd love to debate. Anybody would like to come on and debate me about that? I would love to, but you can't defend that.
Oh my God, sorry,
Yeah.
Kim.
What?
Scott's in the chat.
What?
Scott's in
Hey,
the chat.
Scott. Holy shit. That's crazy. How are you, buddy? You want to come on, Scott?
Yeah, come on.
The more the merrier. Anybody is welcome to come on. We're
Yeah,
just shooting the
damn.
shit today. Yeah. We're just shooting the shit.
No, he's so blunt.
Is that what he said? No?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
no, he did too. Okay, well, fuck you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I just want to say another thing
I'm
about
out of
that.
touch.
I just wanted to say that.
Yes, go ahead.
And if nobody can understand that, can you please, for 1 second, put yourself in Judy Haim's shoes? Please put yourself and just imagine if we were fighting for your son's legacy, for your son's history. For anybody who can't empathize with this, put yourself in her shoes and then talk about how you don't understand why people are mad. For 1 second, pretend that Corey Haim is your son for 1 second. And then you come tell me that you don't understand. Anybody who don't get that maybe shouldn't be in this game and shouldn't be defending Corey and his mom and the Angels. Maybe you don't understand how things work. Bottom line, that's just the truth. You know what I mean?
And I know we talked about this last night, Bruno, or this morning actually, and we said the same thing. And it's like, you know, I don't understand people that can't, like, I'm a very empathetic person. Like, I just don't understand people that can't get out of their own heads and look at it from a different person's perspective. If anything, I have a hard time putting myself first. I put everybody else first so much. But, like, I can clearly see why this would hurt and bother everybody, including and especially Judy.
Of course.
Like, I mean, you know, and for people to not understand that that's what this is about, and it's about her son
this was a
and his
blessing in
legacy.
disguise. Kim, sorry to cut you off.
It really was.
This was a blessing
No, you're
in
right.
disguise, because now you'll see the people who are really here for Corey and Judy and the Angels, you know what I mean, who would not put anything at risk, over a show or whatever, who would not. Keep your eye on the prize, you know what I mean? You're better off. That was actually a blessing in disguise. Let them run with that stupid pedo protector shit. Nobody believes that Judy Haim or you guys like Marty Weiss. Nobody believes that. That's ridiculous, you know what I mean? Totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what you do is
you.
you just got the people out who just, you know, they're not in it for the right reasons or whatever. I'm not saying anything bad about these people, but this is not the game.
No.
This is not the field for them. If they can't understand and grasp the situation of this and put themselves in that woman's shoes and understand why she's upset, or you guys or anybody who's been in this fight, you know what I mean? Well, then maybe this is not the fight for you.
Well, this is why,
you know,
this is why the excuse that I didn't know there was problems and I thought everybody knew, it's a bullshit excuse. Because if everybody knew, we'd be discussing it for a start.
Even Stevie Wonder could see what's going on. Like, if that's just a week, that's a bullshit excuse right there. Like, you don't know what's been going on for the last 10 years. You don't know what Judy Haim's been through, how she's defending her son's legacy. The woman's got cancer out there on talk shows trying to defend her son's memory. You can't understand why she would be angry with a guy that's friendly with her, like known as her right-hand man to the world in the Feld fan paint. If you can't see that, like I said, this is not the place for you. Go protect whatever, do whatever you got to do. Just don't, you know, this is not the thing for you. If you can't see how that was a terrible mistake, and I don't know what to tell you.
We were all under the impression that the article had been, that the interview had been removed. It wasn't until last night that we discovered that it actually wasn't. You know, Greg, I know we're not on the same page, but I'm going to ask you from one human to another. Out of respect for Judy, could you please remove or at least privatize the video so nobody can keep circulating this fucking thing? Like, whatever your agenda was, whatever your reasoning was, is yours alone. If you want to keep the interview, put it on private. Then you can still watch it if you want, or keep it, or whatever you want to do with it. Document it. But, you know, until all of this blows over, at least out of respect for the woman that you were friends with for 30 years, could you please at least put it on private?
Yeah.
And that's the nicest way. I'm digging deep to be that nice right now, but I'm doing it for Judy.
Yeah, if he doesn't take that down, it just shows that he's a selfish person. Come on, you've been in this fight. You've been on Nancy Grace sticking up for this. You've been in this fight doing with that. How are you going to do that? Like, just take it down, throw it away. If I was him, I'd just want to say I'm sorry. Like, sorry for doing that or whatever.
I would too, but that's me. That's you.
There was nothing of value said in that interview anyway.
No, there was nothing. It was it was all about.
What was the significance of it?
There was no significance. What to learn? What did we learn about? Can anybody in the chat tell us what we learned with that interview? That was so important.
Good question.
Did we learn anything? Did anybody?
No.
24 people in here. What was that was important that was told us about Feldman in that thing? Like nothing.
Nothing of substance. No. Oh. I mean, what it told me was that, you know, he doesn't think that he should be on the sex registry. He said that he doesn't think, you know, he was talking about his victim and about having a relationship with his victim.
He was reliving it. He was reliving it.
Yeah, it was very disturbing to listen to.
Very
you know.
The thing that got me the most was him saying about meeting up with him and texting him and stuff. I'm like, what the hell?
That pissed me off too. It's like, wait a minute. So you reached out to the little boy you raped. And like I said, he tried to paint it as, no, it was an older gay man having a relationship with a younger gay man. No, he was a child. That kid was a child. He was 11, dude. And you heard a lot of other people than that. Marty Weiss, I hope you get to hear this because you're going to burn in hell, you son of a bitch. Honestly. And no one read and the only reason in Marty, what the chat was nice to you? No, the chat was told if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. Trust me, that chat hates you. Those people would hope you do burn in hell. And you will.
Yeah.
The channel, the chat was manipulated. Those good people, their hot
strings. They were tricked and manipulated. For 45 minutes, they were led to believe that it was somebody else. They sympathized with this guy. They cried with this guy. They genuinely felt bad that he was raped, hurt, and all of this, only to find out that it was actually Marty Weiss underneath. And, you know, and then be told that they can't say anything or speak up or disagree or they would be banned. Like, what kind of fucking show is that, Greg?
Yeah, the whole chat had like 45 minutes to feel sorry for him before finding out who it was.
Yeah,
that's twisted.
I was shocked. I was just like, who? Oh, wait, I thought there was a man. At first, I thought Mendel was a totally different guy. I thought Marty just popped on. Like, I was so taken out of it. And Marty's Weiss is a scumbag. Nobody likes him or wants that guy around. He's a scum. Number one, I wouldn't even. If I was Greg, I would take that thing down immediately because it makes him look bad. Like, no one's gonna want to sub to your channel or watch you if you're up there prompting up a pedophile and you think a pedophile is going to be redeemed. No one is going to. Like, that's just human nature. Nobody likes people who hurt kids. There's only a very few percentage of people out there, and it's under like 1% who feel bad for these sick animals. You know what I mean? And no one's going to watch you. Yeah. It's going to actually ruin your channel by having him on there. Like, honestly.
Yeah. It is. And I'm sure you realize that from the amount of followers you lost, that, you know, because a lot of people told me that they unsubscribed. And not because we told them to, it's because they didn't agree with it and weren't aware that we did not know. They all thought, some people were under the impression that we knew, that we were involved. If you go back and watch that interview, you won't see Susie, Stacy, myself in that chat.
No.
You were not part of it.
No. You weren't. I was in the chat, and I saw, and Marty called me out. He's like, Bruno, I'm not a bad man. I'm a good man who did a bad thing. Because as soon as I found out it was him, I was like, whoa, this guy's a bad guy. But out of respect for Greg, I'm not going to say nothing bad or say anything because he told you can't. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't go back on or go in there. There was no point to. I got nothing to say to a filthy pedophile. I'm going to yell at him and call him names. And not only that, like, it doesn't look good. Like Feldman and these disgusting Feld fan people are calling people pedo protectors, and you have Marty Weiss on the show, and right under the panel, it's the links to Wolfpack stuff. So of course people are going to think that. You know what I mean? At the time. But luckily, these girls got out in front of it and says, no, we hate that scumbag Weiss. We don't agree with that stupid podcast. That show is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And the part that bothers me is everyone was fooled. They were silenced. They weren't allowed to speak their mind. And then to hear Greg saying, this is my house, my rules, and how am I going to top this? Like he did the greatest thing in the world. And it was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
And that's why he doesn't belong. And that's why he doesn't belong in this game. And no disrespect to him or nothing, but if you're sitting here fighting for Judy Heyman, Corey's memory, it's so important to you, well, then you should have fucking said, well, maybe it's a bad look to have Marty Weiss on. You know what I mean? That's just common sense. And like I said, if you don't understand that, if you don't get that, well, this ain't the thing for you or the place for you. You're doing Judy and Corey and the Angels a disservice, actually.
Right.
If you don't understand what's at stake and how things work and how the world moves. Like,
well, it's not like they didn't realize, you know, the whole steps along the way about the pedo protector, about the backlash, about the attacks, the ongoing attacks that she's received for 10 years, that Greg was alongside her for most of them. So I really don't, like, am I missing a very obvious point? Because we all feel the same way. Like, I just don't get it.
No, if anybody
don't worry. Like,
what's the matter?
You know, she's worried that she's going to be well, Judy's worried she's going to be attacked about this, and
No.
that's what upsets me. Like, I don't want her to
this
worry
has-
herself
this-
over this.
Not going. Listen, I know I've talked to so many people, and I'm on the outside. You know what I mean? I know. So I've talked to so many people about with the Feldman stuff about this, and none of them thought that Judy Haim. They all knew that Judy Haim hated Marty Weiss. They knew she didn't agree with that. None of them thought that. You know what I mean? None of them. People do not think
Yep.
that. I go check the channels. I check the comments all over YouTube. I drop links everywhere. I know what I'm doing, and I haven't seen anybody make comments like that. So no, nobody's trying to go around saying Judy's a pedophile protector. That woman hates pedophiles. You know, put it that way.
Yeah.
Any mother does. No, no backlash come on her. It's going to look bad on the people, the guy who did it. You know, it looks bad on Greg. You know, because here you
Hey,
are.
Scott.
fighting-
Holy shit.
Yeah, how you doing, Scott?
Scotty!
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Well, this is all a bit modern.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
I know, right? Good.
Hello, Bruno. I've never met you.
Bruno,
Pleasure to
Scott,
talk to
Scott,
you.
Bruno.
Pleasure. I'm
Yeah,
going to jump
good
off.
guys,
And
both you guys.
I'm going to jump off and listen
Okay.
to the chat for a few because it's hard for me to hear.
Okay.
Pleasure to meet you,
Okay, no
Scott.
problem.
Okay, mate.
All right. So, Scotty, how are you?
Yeah, good. What's the crack here then?
Oh, God. You've got all day.
Well, I don't. Fill them in, Stace.
Where do I start?
Well, I think when I first met Greg, I'll tell you that one if you want.
Sure.
And basically, obviously, I had seen him put some sort of statement out on Twitter regarding Corey Haim, Judy Haim, and all this and that. And then I found him out
Right.
on Facebook and followed him. And then within about 10 minutes of me following, a while of me following him, he had messaged me and, started interacting with me conversation-wise and filling me in on all the Feldman situation, all this and that. And, so I thought he was pleasant, but on observing a lot of things that he's done, I've always had this feeling that he's hid behind women, and allowed them to take the fall or the brunt of all the bullshit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's ironic because you actually said that in a stream and he got mad at you for it. And then it's like, I thought about it for a long time about what you said. And it's like, you're absolutely right.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
you've always said that.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't spoke to him for a long time, and I'd just been seeing what he'd been doing. Like, I could see that he was manipulating people and things like this. Like, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You know, thinking that he's like the puppet master. You know,
Yeah.
to me, that
Meanwhile,
never
he's just riding
washed.
everyone's coattails.
Yeah, and to me, that never washed because I'm always somebody that believes in what I believe in, and I'm not gonna fucking do it because somebody told me to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, he does ride everyone's coattails.
Hmm. And as for the Greg Hughes show, I've never seen something so unfunny in my life.
I've never watched any of his videos apart from the last one. I can't watch
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I would find my cat. I would find my cat puking up on the deck probably more funny than him.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
I'm sure he was
Yeah.
maybe a nice guy once.
Yeah. I can't hear you real well. Speak up.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You know, I have this feeling that he used the Feldman situation when he thought it was right to resurrect his TV career. You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
200, channel 299 on the satellite network.
Oh,
Oh.
I forget I'm
That's it.
completely wrong.
And that's
Yeah.
I just thought he was just a bit of a slide ball, and I just thought wouldn't stand up for him.
Are you using a headset?
Yeah, I am.
Can you try coming out and coming back in? Because we can't hear you very well.
All right, oh yeah, I'll try that.
So leave the stream and then come right back in. Okay, because it was definitely him. I don't know. I couldn't hear him very well.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I was getting those clicks too. I thought it was me. I checked my mic, but it's not. It's not me. So one sec, let him try again. Hopefully it was just a bad connection. StreamYard is glitchy sometimes, so
Yeah, it's annoying.
let me put the link in the chat in case he needs it again. I put the link in the chat, Scott. If you need it again, it's there. Greg felt like he had to do the interview because society needed to have a civilized conversation, which actually in reality didn't happen because they were told that if they spoke up, they would be blocked. So that's not the definition of a civilized conversation. That's actually more of like kind of a dictatorship. You're being told what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting the dick in dictator. He's pulling a Feldman. It's true. He's pulling a Feldman. Like, come on. Sorry, but like one thing that people can never say about me is that I was talking about someone behind their back. Because I will always say it to someone. I will say it loud and proud, and I stand by it, even if it's not a popular opinion. So, you know, if I'm upsetting anybody, I apologize. But like, I feel like very upset inside. I've been disturbed ever since. Okay, let's try him again and see if this is better. Hello?
Hello, is that better?
Oh, way better. Yes. I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you before. You sounded like you were in an echo chamber. Like, much better.
That's without the headphones and microphone now.
Oh, that's
okay. Well, yeah, you're very clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So
he's a funny cookie, that one, I think. You know. And
let me ask you, Scott.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you see the logic behind him interviewing Marty Weiss?
Only for his own benefit.
There you go.
Yeah, just for clicks, and you know, he's done it for shits and giggles and clicks, hasn't he? Because he thinks he's going to resurrect a career as the new Dave Letterman, I think.
Yeah,
right. That's what somebody else said about the show. I've never even heard of this Greg Who show before.
It's tragic.
I don't even know if it was on. It was. I watched like about 8 minutes of one episode, and I thought, I don't know if this was ever on TV or not, but.
No, it was a channel. It was, I think, it was a satellite network. You know, come on.
Oh, okay.
Be honest, Kim. Who would pay for that?
Well, that's what I.
I hope he's listening.
Oh, you know he is.
Hi, Greg. I've got no animosity against you. I just think you're a little bit of a pussy that hides behind people and thinks that you can let everyone take the thing for you. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
bang on.
No, good to see you guys are all still doing this. You know, I kind of keep away from it as much as I can now.
I know. I know. I'm surprised you're even on the panel right now, so I'm proud of you.
Well, it's not that I've moved on. It's just that it kind of wrecks my own recovery a bit, and it makes me go a bit backwards at times. So, you know,
I understand.
I've kind of got to look after myself, you know, and it brings up far too many old, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I get it, honey. I do. I really understand. And you know what? I was even triggered by this interview, and like that has not happened to me personally. Like, I am not a victim of abuse. And
I've not
you know, it was very triggering, like just to listen to how just to listen to how I don't know the word, I don't want to say obnoxious. Manipulative it sounded on everyone's part.
I just think that Greg, when he comes across talking, and I've heard him on these things before, he comes across as quite condescending and, you know, almost patronizing towards people.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think that really.
Yeah,
But it looks like you guys are making
Well,
good progress and stuff.
Well, we were having a discussion about this on Twitter earlier because, you know, I shared our live that we had done, you know, with our stance on not supporting this, et cetera, et cetera. And someone is like, you know, I don't understand why you're mad. Like, it's his channel and, you know, he can say what he wants. And it's like, maybe you don't understand. Maybe I'm not explaining it properly or you're not receiving it properly. But like, we have been blamed for this. We have been called pedo protectors. We are being accused of being involved in this. We had no knowledge of this. We do not support this. We made no secret about not supporting this. You know what I mean? We weren't whispering behind closed doors. It was the very next day, and we're like, boom, going live saying, you know what? We didn't know about this. We don't agree with this, and you're on your fucking own when all the shit hits the fan about it. Well, now it's starting to hit because people like Shangy and people like this Stone Maxwell guy on Twitter who says he's Celebrity Insider, which I really think is Reese, is causing shit and sharing the links to the interview. And that's how we found out that the thing was still existing. So it's like, you know, I just don't understand. Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
I'm not going to answer that.
Well, I think we have answered it and we've established, you know, the motives behind it. It's just, it's really unfair for everyone else to receive the backlash from it when no one else participated except the people that were on the panel.
And especially when 2 of those people on the panel have now scuttled off social media. They've deactivated their Facebooks and Twitter accounts. So thanks for that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You can't handle the
And Scott,
consequences of your actions. Don't do it.
Scott knows that because he sent me messages that he exchanged with somebody, and all of a sudden their side of the conversation was erased. Right, Scott?
Yeah, and I've not even interacted with that person probably for over a year now. So
At
you
least.
know something's wrong when they're trying to erase conversations you've had with somebody for a year, you know, over a year ago, and you've not even interacted with them since.
Oh yeah,
Exactly. That's shady, and that's what made me say, I'm sorry, but I don't trust you and you got to go. Because she was in a Discord with me, and I like, at least I gave her heads up, and I was like, you know what, I don't trust you, I got bad vibes, you got to go. Sorry. Like, if I have that feeling, at least I told her, and it wasn't like, oh, what happened, you know, I'm sorry that, like, I'm not trying to make anyone choose sides. I mean, people are adults here. I am not the type of friend that says you have to be friends with me and no one else. Like, I'm not a dictator at all. Like, you know, I encourage people to use your mind of your own and be a free thinker and do your research, you know. And like, I'm not that type of friend. Like, I can be friends with whoever, and anybody can be friends with whoever. So that's not my style. It never has been. It never will be. So, you know, it's upsetting when you find out people's true colors. And this, like I said, you know, it's a line drawn in the sand, and, you know, you're going to find out who's real and who wasn't. And that's okay. This is what needed to happen, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate that it took this situation to make it happen.
Can I address one thing?
Of course.
Without saying too much.
Yeah.
This is why the comment that got posted earlier today about you being out of control pissed me off so much. Because they've only ever seen you betrayed by Corey Feldman. Okay? They haven't seen you betrayed by someone that's meant to be an actual friend. So the levels of hurt and pissed offness you're going to feel in those situations are very different.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, actually, this person has seen me betrayed. The reason why it did get personal is because they bring Andrew into it. Andrew was my spouse. I lost him due to suicide. The first thing that anybody says, and the only thing that anybody says to me, is about Andrew. And that's inappropriate. But unfortunately, this is what they've learned on that side, is to attack dead people. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest problem that I have with them. It's so fucking disrespectful. There's some things that should absolutely be off limits, and that is one of them. Well, when you start bringing that up and other things, that pisses me off. Rightfully so.
Well,
it would piss anybody off.
And to come back to one more comment that was made to piss me off today, this is how much you were wrong about doxing. We're discussing this and what happened, and we haven't even said your Twitter name.
No.
So stick that in your pipe.
Not just that, like, put it this way, like, everybody knows about Courtney now, about Tanya, you know, her side job that she had before Feldman. I don't like her. I haven't liked her in years, and I kept that secret for 2 fucking years, okay? So that just goes to show you that I am not the type of person that goes out and tells people's dirty laundry. If I'm forced, if my hand is forced and the information's out there already, of course I'm going to share it. I'm not stupid, but I'm not going to be the one. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like, I mean, it's already circulating on Twitter by the time we talked about it openly. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I do know about this, and it is true, and this is, you know, here's the proof, and whatever. But, I mean, you know, say what you want about me, but I'm honest, and I'm blunt. If you don't like it, that's too bad.
Well, yeah.
I'd rather be that way than sneaky and shady and talk behind someone's back. I'll take my way any day. And if you don't like it, I understand that. Some people don't. I get it.
I physically can't be fake. Can't do it.
Now, I agree.
No.
I agree with. I don't believe in mincing your words, and you just say what you think. Always.
Exactly. And that's why the 3 of us have always gotten along.
And on the discussion of Greg censoring his chat, that's a complete red flag, really, isn't it? When you censor debate, you know, you're only allowing it to, well, he's just basically only allowing it for his own benefit, isn't he? Because he doesn't want to be challenged.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that.
You know, and if he wants to be whatever he wants to be, a chat host, talk show host, whatever it is, I believe you have to be impartial. You know,
and have an
absolutely.
open
absolutely. And, you know, go ahead.
No, even to you guys, when we've always chatted, I've always tried to be impartial and always looked at both sides before I make a decision. You know, I think it's important to do that. Even if your heart does align with one certain side, it's still good to listen.
I've even thrown it out there that I would be willing to listen to the Feld fam. I've dropped a link in the chats before and asked them to come on. Maybe they see something I don't. Enlighten me. You know what I mean? But and I would be willing to have a mature conversation as long as they were willing to have a mature conversation. But, like, you know, you can only extend the offer so many times, and they don't like to deal with things directly and head on. They like to do things privately and discreetly and sneakily, you know, and go after people's channels and talk in private messages and talk on the phone about each other. And that's not my style. It never has been. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm not like that. Like, there's a certain way of doing things, and that's not my methods.
I'm just reading somebody's question there.
Do you feel that Marty's story shouldn't have been told live on someone's channel? I don't believe it should have been told on Greg's channel. No.
Well, the last time I heard, he wanted to sell his story for a 5-number figure. You know, and it's like, are you fucking for real? You know, trying to sell what you know.
Greg was trying to present himself as, you know, Judy's friend and Corey Haim's best friend, and in this fight with Judy, and, you know, as a spokesperson sort of for the Haim family. Well, he has shown himself to not be any of those things. And, you know, I feel like by him having Marty on his channel, it was a very poor judgment call. That's what I feel. And I'm entitled to my opinion.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with you too. You know,
the
guy did vile things, you know. I get that
Yeah.
sometimes these people can go on a redemption path, but
Yeah.
it still creeps me the fuck out. Excuse me, French.
No, he does. He does. And listening to him was a complete eye opener. I have to be honest. Like I was shocked at some of the things that he was saying and just his cavalier attitude about it, nonchalant. Like, oh, you know, I can't even go to a park. You know, he's all distraught that he can't go to a park because there's kids there. Well, what are you doing in the park with kids anyways?
Yeah, he should never go to
When
a
you're
park because he's
park.
on a register, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
also
no.
say though, like
Yeah.
I listened to that interview, and I'm sure he pointed out at some point that he knew what Dominic had done. He likes to call out Corey Feldman for not going to the authorities. Well, why hasn't he? Or why didn't he? If he knew.
Exactly.
Right.
He was
Right.
only bothered. He was only bothered when he thought he could get something out of it, you know, some form of sympathy or something like that, I feel.
Yeah. And I think it backfired on him in the worst possible way. And like Bruno was saying, what did we learn from that interview? Did anybody learn anything of value?
No, the only thing
I didn't.
is that the mask slipped. The mask 100% on all sides.
Yeah.
I've not even listened to it. Is it
Greg
is it true for the first half?
And sorry. Pardon?
Is it true for the first half of the interview they didn't announce it was Marty?
Nope.
Yeah, Scott. It was crazy.
called Mr.
So he
Mandel.
goes on there and he's like, yeah, Mr. Wendell or something. And he's sitting on this panel and he's talking about how as a child he was raped and how his family disowned him because he was gay and he knew it as a child. And like people were like genuinely upset for this guy. He was crying. It was about 45 minutes into the interview that he slipped. Okay. And he said, well, first he said something that puzzled me because I was like, why would he care? Because he said something about, oh, my haters are going to be happy. And I heard him say that, but I didn't clue in at that time who it was or why, you know what I mean? And then he said something about Marty. And then all of a sudden, within 2 minutes, this banner comes up on the screen and it says Marty Weiss. And then Greg goes into reading this statement from Marty and goes into reading a statement from himself. So it was fully prepared and in advance. Like there was no way that like, because you could tell he was reading a statement. It wasn't off the cuff. You know,
and it's like this. I would have a certain amount for empathy towards anyone that has been abused, and I hate to say it, even Marty to an extent, because he has been abused. But I'm afraid he didn't break the cycle. He became the abuser, didn't he? So he doesn't get a right to speak out. He doesn't get a right to speak out like this because he didn't break the cycle. He allowed it to take over him and become what he is, and which, all he can say is he's a monster, isn't he?
Yeah. And you know what? That is a fair statement. And I do sympathize and empathize with anybody that's been abused. I do. That's a fair statement for anyone. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. As far as I'm concerned, a pedophile is worse than a murderer. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't fucking hurt small kids. You've ruined their entire fucking life because you're a pervert to the worst degree. But having said that, I don't believe that it's okay just because it happened to you as a child, that it's okay for you to grow up and become what you hated as a child. I understand the cycle of abuse. I understand psychologically how it affects you. I understand that, the statistics of how many times people that have been abused grow up to do the same thing. But having said all that, I still don't condone or approve of that. I don't, no matter what. I don't care if it's happened to you. That should be even more of a reason not to grow up and do that.
Exactly.
And I think also this could be a negative towards, even myself, for somebody that, obviously has been abused and has never done it to anybody else. But what it's made me as an adult is it's made me so overprotective of my children. And I sometimes think I do need to ease the reins on how protective I am of them, but I just can't. You know what I mean?
I understand.
I have to
I know
learn.
we've talked about this. I get it.
You know, I
Yeah.
have to learn, obviously, that they have to make their own mistakes as well. But yeah, I think I am
I know.
far too protective because of the situation.
And that's understandable, Scotty. There's
Oh,
nobody in the
100%.
world that would fault you for that. And, you know, we've talked about that. And you even acknowledge it. Like you just admitted it now. And you know that too. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being a little too overprotective. You know, like
No.
you said, you're learning. Like, I mean, you got all girls. I mean, you don't even have one boy in the house other than you. So, like, I mean, I understand you're that overprotective dad. And God
Thanks
love you
for
for it. You know what I mean?
Thanks for reminding me that I don't have a son. You bitch.
Sorry, I have my Captain Obvious hat on again, but it's, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You're a good dad to those girls, and they're gonna grow up, and they are growing up knowing that you love them, and sometimes you might love them too much, you know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
learning to loosen the reins, but you're a good dad, and they know it.
Oh, thank you. It is hard though, you know, because I
know.
I look at every man. You know, it's like I walk past men and I just think they're all paedophiles, and you know, that's something that I have to address as well, isn't it? You know, not everybody that stands at a park is a paedophile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't blame you for thinking that. What's happened?
You know, but life is a learning curve, isn't it? You know, and hopefully, you know, it all goes right.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, hey, it doesn't come with an instruction manual, unfortunately. Like, we all make mistakes, right? So
Exactly.
nobody's perfect.
I wouldn't read it anyway because I'm not having authority tell me what to do.
Me neither.
Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
How to work?
I have missed this.
It's like how to work. Pardon?
Yeah.
I've missed this. Us three
What
chatting.
was
It's
that?
been ages.
I know, we used to do fucking
yeah,
calls all the time, the three of us.
I know.
Yeah, don't tell everyone about our freeways.
You wish. No, it's good. It's good. I'm glad.
Come on, my wife's in the room. My wife's in the room. She can hear me.
You know, I'm kidding. I laughed. No, I mean, it's good. I'm glad that we all talked. I'm glad that you came on the panel. I was surprised to even see you in the chat, let alone come on the panel. So
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I might be making I might be making a comeback.
That would be great. Don't you get me excited and then
Only
leave
a
me hanging.
Only a gradual one.
Yeah,
Yay.
well, that's okay.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it would be good.
You know, I think you guys are wonderful and amazing at what you do. But I also think it's nice that you have somebody that will put you in check and question everything you think.
Yeah, good luck. I'm an answer. You know what?
You can only try, can't you?
I have a lot of respect for anybody that challenges me. I actually do, believe it or not, despite how it might sound sometimes. Because, you know, if I believe in something, I'm like a fucking lawyer and you can't tell me otherwise. So I am willing to hear other sides of the story. I don't think I'm always right. That doesn't mean that I think I'm always right. It just means I'm passionate about what I fight for and what I believe in, you know, and I love my friends, and and I think that's a good quality, you know.
You know, you've got to be passionate in what you believe in. That's what's the point of doing it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And Judy is a good woman. She's a good friend of mine. I love her very much. She doesn't deserve what she's been through. And I feel bad that she's hurting. And I wish that there was something that we could do to take her pain away. You know, it's sad enough that she lost her son to begin with. It was her best friend in life. You know what I mean? And I think, it's like, could you imagine losing your kid?
I think one thing that I'll always take away from Judy as an amazing thing is, obviously when I put my story with Bobby, on the YouTube is she sent me such a lovely, heartfelt message, you know, regarding it all, and I'll cherish, you know, I'll cherish the message she sent me. It was lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's an amazing woman. She really is.
You know,
and you know, she's somebody that I admire and very, very look up to, very much so, because despite everything that she's been through and the pain she's endured, she's a fucking warrior, and she holds her head high, and she still laughs, and she still loves, and she still is a great person.
She just deserves peace, and to not have her son's legacy tainted and used and abused by people that are narcissistic, sociopathic pricks.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah. It's true.
What's Stephen saying?
Does someone have their YouTube playing in the background?
Not
No.
me.
I keep hearing an echo.
No, I've not got my headphones on my YouTube playing.
I'm on my
I couldn't
phone.
do that. I'm on my phone.
Here, let me move people's mics and see who it is.
Hey, anyway, I'm gonna get off, guys, because I'm just gonna hang out with the wife before she goes to work.
Okay, thanks for coming on, Scotty. Love you.
Hey, no problems. Hey, much love to you guys, and you have a good one.
All right. Okay, you too.
Okay, bye.
soon.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
cheers. Bye.
Okay. Maybe it was his.
It must have been because the echo's gone.
It is gone.
That was lovely catching up with him. It's been ages.
It was. Yeah, he's been coming around more. Okay, Bruno's coming back. Let's get him on. Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Yeah, I don't hear the feedback now.
No, it just started at the tail end of the conversation. I don't know what happened.
Oh, maybe someone's headphones or something gave out. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, it's glitchy.
Yeah, I enjoyed listening. I like Scott.
He's a good guy.
It sounds like I'm not trying to dox
Yeah.
him. Is he an Englishman, UK, or what?
Yeah, he's from
New
England.
Zealand.
Yeah, I like you always get straight shooters with these English people, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much, but not all of them, but for the most part that I've met and encountered, they're pretty straight shooters, and I like hearing them talk.
Yeah. Yeah. There was
Yeah,
a
he's
question that
cool.
you wanted to ask Judy, and I don't know if she's watching, about the scooter or something, or the
Oh,
bike.
yes. And Silver Bullet. And when in that movie, since I was a little kid, I always like wondered about that, like about the like Corey's like wheelchair motorcycle. Did Corey like ride that? He must have loved riding that, or did you see how that was made, or did he take it out and ride it and stuff like that? That was pretty cool. It was like that thing was badass. It was like a wheelchair motorcycle. I wonder if it really went that.
I'm not sure. I don't know if she's in the watching or whatever, but now that it's in my head again, I'll have to
Yeah.
remember to ask her.
I was just curious about that because as a little kid, I was thinking, oh, wow, he must have been playing with that thing offset, flying with that. I wonder how fast it went. Did it really go that fast? Or like who made it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, Silver Bullet is one of my all-time favorite movies. Love that movie. Movie's great, especially Halloween time. Every Halloween I watch Silver Bullet. It's like a tradition. That Fright Night, like I got like 5 or 6 different Halloween movies I watch every Halloween, and Silver Bullet is always on top of that list. You can't beat that movie. Like with I love how the girl like does like talking about the story as the sister as she's grown up, looking back. That's just a great movie, man. Haim was awesome with it when he shot that werewolf, when he shot that guy in the eye. Well, though he was a wolf at the time, but he was the priest. He got it in the reverend. He shot him in the eye. Then he had the patch on. That was great.
Yeah.
He played
Hey,
it with,
Suze.
pitch how fast that thing must have that thing looked like it went fast. I always wanted to ride, or if I did, God forbid, if I was paralyzed, I would want something like that as a kid. That thing was cool.
Right? Yeah.
Gary Busey, Gary Busey's a character.
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was
he's
good in that
hilarious.
movie too. Busey was great. I love like that part where they stay up all night and they fight the werewolf and the bullet goes into the like the little drain and he has to grab it. Yeah, that's a great movie. Love that movie.
You want to come on, Suze? I know you're not feeling good today, but I thought maybe it might
Oh,
be all right
Susie,
if you came on.
Susie had me
She's
dying.
in the
laughing.
chat.
I love watching those things on her channel, Celebrity
Yeah.
Rehab, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the stuff that she comes out with is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Feldman, that's your pipe. Oh no, she said that Feldman meets people for horse tranquilizers in an alleyway. That was funny. I forget what it was talking about. It's like, yeah, that looks like the horse tranquilizer Feldman wants. And then she said, yeah, Courtney doesn't like beer, but Molly and needles. Courtney's all in. When are you three going to do
That's a
more of
good
that?
one-liner.
Can I give a request?
I don't know.
Now, can you three
Okay.
girls please do like wife swap and watch wife swap? Because those videos are epic with you three watching these things and commenting. Please do more.
Oh, we should.
They are great. I went to Susie's channel and like watched like each one twice with the Dr. Ish was hilarious. And, the Celebrity Boot Camp. You guys got to do a marriage one. Oh, the wife
The
swap.
only thing is they're so quick to fucking remove them. Now I know it would
Well,
be fair use because
Well,
there
here's
was
what you gotta
commentary.
do. Well, sadly, you can do live streams and just delete them after you do them and put them on BitChute, where it can't happen.
That's true.
So you guys can do
That's
great, funny live streams that are going to bring everybody over, and you upload it to YouTube. I mean, you upload it to BitChute, and you delete the live stream off YouTube. So you guys have a BitChute channel that all your lives and stuff go to, but delete the lives after they're done and put them on BitChute because then they can't hit the channels. You know what I mean? They can't hit it for
Right.
copyright or nothing. So
See, the only problem is that not everyone catches them live, so they like to watch it on the replay, right?
Very true, but that's when you tell them, go to BitChute. Here's our BitChute link if you want to watch the replay.
That
Go
is
to
true.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely think about that and do that because people love watching. Look at the comments. I know I enjoyed it, and I'm sure others did too. And people would
Yeah.
like more of that because this is what we're dealing with is a very sick thing. So you need to laugh sometimes, laugh at the cringy Feldman.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to break up
Absolutely.
the seriousness and the everybody has to have a laugh at this freak liar once in a while. That would be great. Like,
Absolutely.
once a week or maybe once a month, you guys take one of them and do it or something. That'd be funny.
I would love to do wife
Okay.
swap. That would be hilarious.
What is
That
it?
would be hilarious. Wife swap, the celebrity wife swap.
That would be the best because he makes himself look like the biggest creep in the world with his own words. Like, everybody makes me look bad. Like, no, dude. And Tommy Davidson's wife was a good lady. She put him in his spot. She told them, go to college, go to try to do something bad. He's like, they are in college. It's called Corey's Angels.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, you're a sick pervert. The way he was controlling them all. Angels don't wear jeans. You got to walk around naked 24/7 and this. And he was just a oversexed pig, man-child pig. What he is. Oversexed man-child
Yeah.
pig.
Yeah.
Sicko.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
he was controlling them women and like, no, it's then he said, I've made so many women's careers in Hollywood. Name one. What woman's career did you make, Corey Feldman? What woman did you help make a career in Hollywood? You said you helped so many, so now
Yeah.
you need contracts. So
Yeah.
what woman did he ever help in Hollywood? I don't get it.
Yeah.
He never helped no woman to get to movies or something. That's why wife swap should be out there and people should really see that. That's what make people really hate him because you can see the real creepy Corey. It's it.
Yeah, you
True.
Mm.
Bad.
True.
Leslie says, oh my God, he looks so bad on that. Yeah, he does. Really bad.
Very much so. Very much so.
tell
And
him.
those are his true colors. And he's the first one to say, "Oh, it was the show they edited me bad," just like Marriage Boot Camp, just like Celebrity Wife Swap, just like The Surreal Life. Like, okay, you're the fucking victim all the time. I forgot.
Everybody made you. Yeah, the Celebrity Wife Swap made you put all these young 20-year-old girls and tell them you're going to help them with their career, put them in lingerie and drug them up and rape them. Yeah, I'm sure, Corey.
Yeah.
Fucking liar.
Yeah.
Like, what a creep.
Well, we should say allegedly.
Oh, well, allegedly. Yes, allegedly. But I believe it. But yeah, allegedly. But like people, like if you told somebody this guy runs a harem and he rapes girls, and then they's like, well, I don't know, I got to look at something. Well, look at Celebrity Wife Swap, and they're gonna be like, yeah, I can see what you mean. You know what I mean? Like, you watch that, and like, oh yeah, I can see what this guy's all about. Because that's when he was first trying to market Corey's Angels as a way to help young women. We're taking them off the streets. We're making them better. And he had the whole Angels, like what you have to do when you enter the house. No men can come around in case you ask me. You got to be it was just fucking perverse and sick.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, sorry about your uncle, Susie. Terribly sorry for your loss.
Me too. She's got some issues going on with her family and stuff like that. Sorry to hear that. Grief does funny things to people.
It does.
Not funny, haha. Like, I mean, it has different. Everyone grieves differently. Like, I don't grieve very well either. Like, I lost my shit for a long time after Andrew, and I seen somebody. I know Evelyn's going through a hard time. She just lost her fiance. He was murdered.
Oh, really?
He was robbed. Yeah, he was robbed and killed. And I know she's going through a really hard time right now. So if everybody can show her some love, that would be great, because she's going through a hard time right now. And we're here for you, girl. If you need anything, you can reach me here on Twitter. You know that. And I'm here for you. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I lost Andrew. Not the same. He wasn't murdered. He took his own life. But I know what it's like to live without the love of your life, and nobody can understand that pain unless you've been through it, and I get it. So,
my grandfather was murdered before I was alive, but my mother knows it. My grandfather was shot behind the head. So yeah, I wasn't alive, but my mother and her family, the pain of losing somebody, it's no joke.
No, it's not. I'm sorry to hear that. And it's very unfortunate that, in this fight, of course, there's opposing sides. There's us, and then there's the Feld fam. And I get it. We're not going to like each other. We're against each other. We're on opposite sides of the spectrum. I understand that. But, if you guys stop with the personal shit, I'll stop with the personal shit. But when you start bringing up Andrew and throwing that in my face, you're bringing out the worst side of me, and be prepared. I can't stop it.
Yeah, if you're gonna put personal, I wouldn't do the personal stuff, because saying that about Kim's husband, like, she lost this man that she loved. So if you say them things to her, of course that's gonna rile her up, and someone's gonna be mad. I would suggest both sides not do that. You know what I mean? That's not.
I agree, and I'm willing to stop if they will stop. Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be in this position. And I certainly don't ask to be attacked because of it, because I have to live with my own guilt for his choice every single fucking day of my life. So, I mean, that's hard enough for me as it is, without people throwing it in my face.
Yes, no one deserves that to be throwing that in their face. We're both on different sides. You people believe Feldman's a good guy. We think he's a bad guy, okay? But don't attack people's families and stuff. That's not nice. And if you keep doing it to Kim, if you don't think she's going to retaliate, how much can she take? So please stop doing that now, and she won't do nothing to you. But if you keep attacking this woman's fiance or husband who passed away, he's probably going to do something bad to you, like mean, like. So don't do that to people. It's not.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's and put it in another way. If it was you and you lost, someone that close to you in that way, how would you feel if someone did that to you and said that it was your fault, or that you don't deserve to talk about him, or his family wouldn't approve, or he's telling you to stop talking about supposedly she talks to dead people and he told her to stop talking about him.
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
like that's this is what I mean. This is what I've been dealing with.
Those
And
people
it's like
are brutal.
those things are hurtful. That's hurtful.
And the thing is, I agree, it all needs to stop, but it's not going to when he's the one that's getting them to do these things. And they think that the sun shines
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
why it's
And
never
and you know,
Well, if they
two
don't-
wrongs don't make a right. You know, and
No,
I
I know,
maybe I
but
shouldn't
there comes-
retaliate. But I can't
Kim,
help
well,
it.
there comes a point, you're right, two wrongs don't make a right, but then there comes a point where how many times you're going to get kicked in the teeth before you kick back? You know what I mean?
Exactly it.
You
That's
know?
exactly it.
So if I was you, I would
And
give
that's
it
something
I would give it a little while. If they still keep doing this, then I would pull out the big guns and I would fucking humiliate them. But
yeah.
if they stop, I would just let it go. Try to be the bigger person.
I-
If they keep attacking
I'm
you.
willing to call that truce in that regard. And that's why I put it out there. Like I meant it when I said it.
And if they were
I'm
smart,
willing to stop.
because if you keep, let me tell you right now, if you keep attacking people like that, you don't know you don't know if we have people in here that can get you VPN or whatever, and you like doing stuff like that. Well, you don't think we can find out things about your family too, and stuff, and you don't think
Yeah.
some of us don't know some evil trolls out there who will do some mean stuff. So don't do that to our friend. Come on, have a heart.
Thank you.
It's
sorry,
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like try to put yourself in other people's shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
There's too much hurt, you know? Like, I mean, and it's just there's too much pain in the world as it is. And we don't have to agree about Feldman, but it doesn't need to be shit slinging all the time.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, the issue.
Focus on
Come debate Kim about these facts. You stick up for your guy. Well, yeah, she'll stick up for her side. You know what I mean? Debate the fact. Don't make personal attacks. That's like and that's when you know you lost your argument, when you have to go that low. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what they always do. That's their go-to line. This is the thing. This has been their go-to line for 4 fucking years. Like,
Yeah.
It'll be 4 years for Andrew, and I've been doing this for 3. So every time someone gets mad at me, it's my fault that he did it, or he did it to get away from me, or
Imagine saying that to
the
somebody.
things that have been said.
Wow.
I couldn't, but I have a heart. Like, I mean, you know, as much as I despise Feldman, I don't even wish death upon him.
No, me neither.
I don't even talk
Look, when
about.
Marty
You know what I
Weiss
mean? Like,
was
there's
laughing,
certain
listen,
things-
when Marty Weiss was laughing how Feldman, he said he's seen Feldman raped. I didn't think that was funny, and I hate Feldman. I don't think any little kid getting raped was funny. You know what I mean? It's not funny. And it's not funny making fun of her deceased husband. Like, that's wrong. Some people are just
Exactly.
because they have no argument. They can't debate the subject because we can just destroy you on facts. All you've got is hearsay. Corey Feldman's whole story is hearsay. It's Corey Haim took me in a room and told me this. No, there was your bodyguard says that's not true, and Judy says not true. You're a liar. So you're going on hearsay. We're going on basically facts, like eyewitnesses that were there that are alive to speak. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Eyewitnesses, police reports,
Yes.
corroborated witnesses. Like, these girls didn't know each other at the beginning. Like, even Mindy, who isn't Wolfpack, you know what I mean? She spoke up and shared her experiences that are very fucking similar. The bus driver had no stake in the game.
Nope.
The security guard has no stake in the game. All of these people are saying the same fucking story, and nobody's believing them.
Is
And
everything
they're saying that
fine?
it's like the wolf. Yeah, that's what
Is
they're
it all a
saying.
conspiracy? Like, are they trying to say
Yeah.
that Judy Haim is this big conspiracy woman who controls all these people? Get the fuck. If you believe that, like you believe in Santa still, give me a break. Like, give me a break.
you,
You think that
Melissa.
bus driver, they're all going to lie? Why? Because Bobby Wolf told them to? No, they're doing it because they had these personal experiences with this guy and they've seen it for what it is. Like,
Yeah,
there's so much evidence pointing
exactly.
at him as a creep. Like,
Yeah,
and even with the allegations of rape, go watch Celebrity Wife Swap. Go watch. You know how he is with his harem. You don't think that's possible? You know what a selfish
Yeah.
man he is. You don't think
Yeah.
that's that's so out of the ordinary that a guy with a harem of young naked girls who he totally controls wouldn't decide to take sex from one of them if they didn't want to give it to him? You bet your ass he would.
And what about this, Feld fam? What about this? Why has he been gone out of the country for 4 months and thinking about not coming back?
Yeah.
What is he hiding from?
Where is your think about this? Every time he's ripped you off, Feld fam, on a campaign and you've paid for his trips, he'd only spent 2 weeks on your money. 2 weeks on your money. Why has he been going full money on Feld fam money? You guys are supporting him. You know what you're doing? You're the pedo protectors, allegedly, because you're keeping a guy out of the country. Why is he hiding? Why hasn't he came home?
Yep.
Think about that, Feld fam, dysfunctional fam, crack fam. Fucking orc, the orc in Lord of the Rings. Rise. They're gonna go to Gondor. Like when I seen her, oh my god! You ever see the Ninja Turtles? Is she Bebop? Remember Bebop from the Ninja Turtles? That big-looking creature who hung out with the rhino. Is she the Bebop? Did Corey get her instead of the Ninja Turtles? Was that her? Looked just like her. Maybe it's her brother, you know, but Donatello
Jesus.
wanted to hang with Bebop. But no, seriously, like if these people are that blinded by his being a sycophant, or just like knowing they talk to a celebrity, like you can't look at the facts. Why do you think the Feld fam have been running out of that? The Feld, I call them the Feld orphans. They're fucking orphans. They all took off from you, Feld. 3 people. Matter of fact, the Wolf Pack has been running an orphanage for Feld fam people. You took all your orphans. All the Feld fam orphans are in here because they seen the truth. Oliver Twist wasn't getting fed, and he left. Bottom line. Have some more porridge, Sawyer? No, so they left. No, think about it. How many like you were like one of Corey's generals? You were like one of Corey's top people. What does that say about this guy? Like, come on, Feld fam, look at this guy. Step away for a minute from. All right. Stop singing Essential Millennial in your head for a second and look at what's going on. Look what's going on. Essential Millennial, like, oh my god. Oh my god. Corey's new movie, Dream a Little Fucking Fairy Tale. Dream a disgusting lie, make up a disgusting lie about my friend. That's what it is. It's a vicious, jealous, envy, and hatred off of his a buddy of his in Hollywood. He wished he was a good-looking guy like him and had the girlfriends like him and the main roles like him, and he never got it. So, and when Corey insulted him on the 2 Coreys and called him out, that's when his revenge, and he wanted revenge, and his opportunistic nature kicked in, and that's where all this bullshit comes from. Because I said, Corey watched all those like stupid conspiracy videos about Charlie Sheen doing that to Corey, because all those stupid rumors were out there. He took them, or someone helped him take those rumors and says, let's spin this and this and that. But nobody believes it. Look, Feld fam, like you are the 1%, 99 cents. I check all the YouTube channels. I check all the comments on pro-Feldman, un-Feldman, and guess what? 99% of the comments are Feldman, you're a creep and you're a liar. There's only 1% that believe Feldman shit. A very small 1%. Maybe even lower.
Yeah.
No one believes this guy. Why do you think his own SAG people fucking booted him? His own Hollywood people hate him. What does that tell you? So you know what? Keep paying for him in Montego. Keep hiding him in Montego, Feld fam. So I can't wait to the day I start calling him Corey Polanski. Okay. And look how high he was on the last Instagram live. He looked like he ate fucking 7 pounds of opium in Afghanistan. He could hardly keep his eyes open. Tanya with that goofy white fucking Southern Belle fucking
church hat.
Church hat. You're in a house, lady.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You'd sit on in church, Gazelle Maxwell. Like unbelievable. Tanya. The Roots, Tanya. Let's go back to Bobby Wolf. The Roots. He used to make me laugh. Them Roots. I'm a fruitarian. I'm a fruitarian. Put your bumps of coconut off your head. You'll be okay. Put your climb a tree, Courtney, and go eat the berries up in that tree. Maybe you'll fall. Sicko. And she's so high, and she's looked down because Corey writes like half of her stuff out, so that's why you see Tanya, aka Courtney, look at the tweet. And then I want to say my husband is really scared, and we really need protection. It's just like, get out of here. And then Mr. Opium takes the phone. Mr. Nodoff takes the phone with his raspy heroin voice. Hey guys, I didn't do nothing. Why are they bothering me? His eyes are pinned, like you can hardly see. It's like dude, like we know you just inhaled 16 Oxycontins, pal. Jeez, like you haven't been on heroin or any kind of opiates for 30 years, buddy. You've been an addict since you were 15, 16 years old. You never stopped. I'd love to see somebody say, okay, for $1 million, here's a pee test. Take this pee test. If your pee comes out clean, we'll give you $10 million. Feldman won't pass. Never would.
I would donate to that.
Oh, of course.
I would totally.
It would have to be a surprise, though. Like, let's say if if I had a lot of money, if I was like a rich person, I would go up to Feldman and say, Corey, here's a check for $50,000. If you pee in that cup and it comes for no opiates and it's clean, you get the $50,000. And he'd be like, okay, can Tanya pee? Like, no. Tanya can't pee. Keep the drugs in her too, okay? So why don't you like go ask a kindergartner and they're not going to do it for you. Like he would literally have to go like steal like kindergartner's urine from a toilet to like get clean. It's a pure drug. I can picture him breaking into a fucking preschool, stealing like the bathroom water so he can beat his business. Junkie. And if he doesn't pay, the world knows he is a junkie. Why don't you tell everybody you're just a junkie and say, you know what? I'm sorry to Judy Haim. I'm sorry to Corey Haim and the Angels, the women I hurt. I am a vicious, junkie, self-centered prick, little man, and I want to atone for what I did. That will never happen, but you know.
Yeah.
Just come out and say you lied and made everything up, man. At least you'll save your soul. You won't go to hell.
Right.
Like, I don't know how he puts his head to a pillow every night and falls asleep. Why? Because he has no conscience. Narcissist.
I couldn't imagine. I honestly have a hard time relating to that because I'm not. Like, I'm so not a narcissist.
Yeah, most people do have a hard time relating. Why do you think the whole world hates him? Think about it. Whole world hates him. And I also want to say that, you know, Marty Weiss was Corey Feldman's gay lover. If you go back 7-8 years ago, you'll see them in pictures, him hugging Susie and him. These guys, that was his gay lover. And Feldman is the bisexual. He projected everything he made in that stupid, disgusting Two Corys movie. How he portrayed Corey Haim is just so not true and pissed me off. Yeah, Corey Haim was not a flamboyant man. He wasn't a gay man, okay? And he wasn't anti-gay. He would have said what he was. Corey was pretty transparent and said it like he was. Look on the Two Corys. Like, they had a contract where they could not talk about that shit. And he said it anyways because he was a man of integrity, all right? And Feldman projects how he said Haim hit on him. No, Feldman, you projected bastard. You did that to him probably. And he probably shut you down. I don't like how he trying to rewrite history and trying to take a man's legacy and rewrite it. It's disgusting. And attack a man's mother. And that woman's a warrior. Here's a woman battling cancer and battling for her son's legacy at the same time. So if anybody can, like I said, if anybody thinks, why are they mad at Greg? Why? I can't. Well, try to put yourself in her shoes. Imagine if Corey Haim was your son. You gave birth to him and his legacy, and this was being done to him. Don't tell me you would still have that fucking outlook. No, you wouldn't. No.
No.
Right.
So, and that's bullshit. And if nobody, and everybody on that panel and stuff should have known that who that would have reflected on and who that would have hurt. And if they can't see that, that either means they're dumb and ignorant or they just don't care. That's just how it is.
Aw.
And
Is
like
it
I
okay
said,
for me to read this out loud?
huh?
The person that someone's texting me who's watching, and I want to know before I read it, is it okay to read? I think it would be nice.
What's
But I
your
want to make sure I have permission.
what do you mean? I don't. Yeah.
Somebody's watching the show right now, and they texted me, and I want to make sure it's okay with them. I think it'd be really nice if I could read it. I just want to make sure that it's okay
Oh.
with them if I do. So
I'm just reading the chat. Hey, what's up, Rich? Anthony, hi. Lord of Dredge, what's up? Make sure you sub to Lord of Dredge's channel, folks, and Coleslaw Wolf. So to his, yeah, make sure you sub to each other's channels. If anybody has content about fraudmen, make sure you guys all share each other's channels and pass them around and stuff like that. Like I told you,
and Bruno will never plug his own channel, but as you can see, the guy's fucking hilarious. No, he is though, and everyone should sub him.
Well,
He
there's
loves
no
his
reason.
dog, and it's all about his dog.
Yeah, but there's actually no. In case you like dogs, that's the only reason. But I don't do podcast. I don't do that stuff.
No, I know.
I have a YouTube channel of my dog walking. So if you like dogs, that's one thing. I don't.
Yeah.
It's, I'm here for one reason only, to defend one of my favorite actors' legacies and defend his mom. My mom had cancer also. And I want to do justice for them angels. I have nieces and women in my life that I love, and I wouldn't want that to happen to them. And there's no excuse. I don't care if those girls were drunk, whatever. There's no excuse to do that to them. No excuse.
Tim,
No. Yeah.
Tim, check your messages.
What? Okay. Hang on. Check the messages. Hang on.
I'm not sure where. I had a message to say, tell Kim to check her messages.
Okay, well, I'm going to read it then. It's from Judy. And she remember the question you asked about the bike?
Oh, yeah.
She said, had of sons made the bike. Yes, it went fast, and Corey loved riding it. He rode it. It was dangerous since the stuntman did it. And she said the one where Corey came down the window into the bike, he did himself. That was his own stunt.
Which one did he do himself?
The one where he came down the window into the bike?
Yes, I know. Yes,
he did himself.
Where he climbed out of the those little rose things that were up on the a little. It's like a gate or a fence, but it's a rose thing that goes up your window, and he climbed out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, tell us. Yep.
And he did a good job. He played a good job.
That was his own stunt. And she says she loves Bruno and thanks and appreciates everyone in the chat and thanks everyone for their support.
Well, thank you for telling me that about Silver Bullet. Thanks so much, and God bless you and love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, I always wondered that. Like, he must have loved that thing. That thing must have been real fast, especially made for that movie. I can
read the screen, Bruno.
Oh, you're welcome, Evelyn.
I think Bruno should be promoted to semi-permanent guest host. He's so funny, and we all need to laugh sometimes. That's hilarious.
I'm really
I agree.
Funny looking, yeah.
You're hilarious, and you fucking know it.
I'm very funny looking.
You should take your show on the road.
I don't do a show. I like coming on here and talking about things that I'm passionate about, but I'm not the type that I don't like podcast. I'm not for that. You know.
I know. And that's why you're so genuine and people love you, because you are genuine and you're not in it for ulterior fucking motives. You know what I mean? And that's why people can see genuine.
I do have
people,
motives.
You know,
Oh, I have an agenda, and my agenda and my motives are to see Feldman pay for what he's done to the girls, and I want to see him admit that he lied about Haim's mom and Corey. That's my agenda. I want to see him suffer and admit. He will never admit the lie, so I'm going to take the suffering, and I'll take that. With pleasure, and I just can't wait to sit back and watch that, because that's just, you just call it karma, or I call it God smiling and doing the making. And you bet your ass Corey Haim is in heaven right now, just loving it, looking and going, good things are coming. Corey's smiling. All right, Corey Haim, we love you, buddy.
Yeah. Aw. I think everybody, today is a special day for me because I had a brother that passed away 30 years ago on today is the day. So Stacy and I were going to light a candle tonight in his honor, but I think we should extend that and everybody should light a candle tonight in Corey Haim's honor.
Yeah, I will.
think that it should be for everybody that lost someone that they love and looked up to and admired. And, I think that would be really nice. So.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'll go stop by my church tonight. I can get in there around 12. And I'll go light a candle.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, because the
Don't
nuns
make me cry. No.
I'm good friends. I'm really good friends with the nuns and stuff over there. So if I knock on her door, I bring her pastries and stuff. So if I knock on her door and say, "Can I run in and light a candle?" She ain't gonna care.
Okay, so how about at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever that works out to be in your time zone. Let's all light a candle at the same time and just make a wish. And then that can be in honor of Corey Haim and my brother. In honor of my brother. He was only 9 when he died, so he would have been 39. So it's hard to picture what he would have looked like and been like, and kind of think about that sometimes. But
But the way
it's about doing things in honor of them,
I believe when they do take them that young, I believe God has a purpose that they're needed as angels, or something greater. You know what I mean? And we all will see our loved ones one day. That's what I believe.
And yes, for Evelyn and for Susie too. We'll light it for everybody who's hurting and needs someone who's lost someone that's close to them. So Evelyn and Susie are involved in that as well. They both lost someone close to them that they loved. So that's a great idea. Thank you for including them.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. And if it's past 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in your time zone, then before you go to bed, just light a candle in their honor and say a quick prayer.
Yeah.
If you can. If not, just send a prayer.
Yeah.
If you don't have a candle. Those are the types of things,
And if you're not religious, just keep them in your thoughts, if you like, because there's people who are not religious out there. That's one good thing about this community. People from all walks of nationalities, religions, racial lines, and political views. You know what I mean? All come together for a reason. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. There's only one fucking goal, and that's to defend Corey Haim's memory, his mother, and get justice for the angels. You know what I mean? And these are all different people from all different walks of life with different political views, different religions, races, who are all coming for this one good cause. And God bless you for it.
Sorry to hear about your baby brother that passed away, Aaron.
Yes. That's terrible.
So, and I'm not a religious person, but I will keep everybody in my thoughts tonight who's lost someone that's close to them. And I think it's very important to do things to honor their memory, because I can spend too much time dwelling on things myself. But a lot of times what I'll do is, I forgot to get one. A Chinese lantern. I'll get Chinese lanterns and I'll write on them like the names of the people that have passed away. And then I'll light it and release it. And it's just my way of kind of releasing, my emotions, letting it go, and
I do mine.
Love.
I do mine in my rosaries, or I'll go to candle and light it, or I'll go to church and light a candle. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or I do them in my rosaries, or both. Don't matter.
Yeah.
My mom just passed away. Sorry about your mother. Evelyn's mother passed away in February.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so many souls, Spooky says, so many souls gone too soon. Very true. But the way I try
Yeah.
to look at it, like my religion stuff, is that God has a greater purpose for them, and it might, who knows? Maybe when you reach heaven, you're gonna see that there comes some kind of like high-ranking angel or something. Who knows? It's the mystery of faith, and if you're not a religious person, that's okay too. Everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe in. Just try to be a good person. Like some people believe in karma.
Yeah.
So just do good.
I do. I believe in karma.
Good karma will
And I
come.
believe in what comes around goes around, and I think it's important to do good, and good will come your way. If you
Yes,
put shit out there, that's what you're gonna get in return. But I
Look at
believe you
Corey
get what you
Feldman.
give in life.
Look at Corey Feldman. Look what
exactly.
He's put out there the last
Exactly.
15, 10 years. You don't think maybe karma or God's making him pay for this? Of course it is. He's fallen.
I told Judy the next time I come down that I'll bring a Chinese lantern and we'll go to the cemetery and we'll light one off for Corey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to jump off you, Kim, because I need to go back to bed, I think.
All right. I hope your tooth's feeling better.
I didn't sleep last night.
Oh,
so I'm
you
tired.
started the live tonight, didn't you? But you're on your phone, right?
Yeah, I can just leave, I think.
Okay.
Hope you feel
I'm not
better,
sure.
Stacey.
I think it was just
Thank
that one
you.
time because you didn't leave, right?
Yeah, I just closed it and didn't end it, but I can just leave now
Okay.
and we can be able to sort it out.
Okay. All right.
All right,
I'll
well,
talk to you later.
It was nice to see everyone anyway, and I will catch you all later.
God bless you,
Okay.
Stacey.
All right.
See ya.
Love ya.
Love you.
Bye. So yeah. I don't know. I think, I always think of the ones who are gone. And, it's been 30 years to my brother. So that just proves to you right there that you never forget somebody after they're gone, no matter how long or how short of a time they were around, And it's important to just leave your mark in this world and just do good and be a good person.
Yes, and that's why it's so important to keep family members and loved ones' memories alive. And that's why this is so important to protect Corey's memory. You know what I mean? And not let Feldman rewrite history and lie. So that's why this thing is so important and such a huge thing. And for what he did to those women too. Like
oh my God, my dog just died from an accident. What?
Yeah, sorry, Richmond. He lost.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Sad. Yeah, that's.
Oh God. Oh, that depressed me. I can't handle dogs dying. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Yeah. Well, dogs bring a lot of pleasure and like good things in your life, but just like everything, you're born. There's two things in life you're guaranteed. You know what I mean? One thing is you're definitely
taxes.
Everybody's gonna go. That's why make memories with your families, make memories with your loved ones. That's all. Make memories. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I seen the video of your cousin's fire in the house, and I that was the message that you said is make memories with your family, and because you never know, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was there.
Nobody said like
he was at my house that night. He was at my house that night, and he left. And the next day, my brother comes to me. He's like, "Cousin Vinny's house just burnt down, but there's no cars out there." I'm like, so I don't know if there's one person found out, so I don't know if it was him or my aunt who were dead, And so when I went up there, I realized I seen my aunt, and I knew obviously it was Vinny,
Wow. I just lost a friend, a lifelong friend, one that I've known for over 30 years. I just lost him in a fire. And, the fucking newspaper, this is how much I hate the media, okay? His brother was in the house, and his brother got out. There was a fire alarm upstairs, but there wasn't downstairs. And John lived downstairs. Well, he told the fire department and the police that his brother was in the house, and they were trying to get him out and they couldn't because it was just too unstable and too hot, and like the house was caving in. They couldn't get in to save him.
Yeah.
And the paper reported that he was missing. So for a brief minute, we had that false hope, even though we knew, but we had that false hope that like he was there, he was alive. Dakota, here. Sorry, I got to mute for a second. Hang on.
Yeah, listen to the bark on that. Is that a deep
He's a pain in my butt. It is. He's a big guy. You know.
Yeah.
Come here.
He is good.
But yeah, so the paper reported that he was missing. He wasn't missing. He was in there the whole time.
Yeah, but you were still giving up that hope, like still trying to hold on to that one little thread of hope that he could have like got out something.
Dog.
Now you're breaking up.
Sorry, I got it on mute for a sec because Dakota's still losing his shit. Is your dog barking
All right,
at
I'm just reading the
Dakota?
chat. No, he's sleeping. I took him. He was running like a maniac with his with my aunt's dog.
That's what Dakota needs. Just a good swim or something. I'm take him for a good swim, I think.
Well, that's why it's good to have like some little dog pals for them, because when you take them both to the park, they run around so much that they get wiped out, and they want to sleep.
Yeah,
He's been
exactly.
sleeping for 3 hours.
Dakota is our wolf. You're right. he's a little
Sounds
much
like one.
sometimes. I know he does. Sorry about his barking. I'm trying to mute it when he does it.
I don't mind. It's only a dog. It's not like it's Feldman's
I know. It's
song.
good to kind of hang out.
If it was Ascension
I
Millennium,
cringe when it's yeah.
yeah, or if it was Go For It in the background, my God. You're funny. Like, oh man, the Today Show. I still get laughs out of watching that.
Me
I
too.
still get laughs. It's that note. Yeah. Like, it's like you can't, it's so like, take us. Something like that. Take a stand. He's trying to say, take a stand, but he's like, take a stand. It's just like, oh my God. What do you think you
Even
can
with the
do?
auto tune, he sounds like shit, you know? Like,
And another good point somebody made the other day is every time he sings, that you can't even hear his voice. The music is so loud. It like
Yeah.
and the lip singing too, or whatever the fuck he does, you can hardly hear
yeah.
him. Nobody even knows your name.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yes, it is a blessing. What's that song where he says it's about love, it's about racism, it's about cookies, it's about bicycles, it's about aspirin, like what the fuck, Maury? You know, it's about the whole world just healing, peace, and love. And then he picks up the American flag, throws it on the ground, and then that lady comes up and picks it up. And it's just like he was just ridiculous. And he was dressing like, how do you like? You're on there for one performance. You have to have 5 costumes and taking off shirts and hats and like,
Yeah.
what is this, a play? Is this a play on Broadway? Like, oh my God.
I know he's barking
So
out the window, and for all I know, I'm yelling at him to shut up, and there's probably something out there. Like, then I feel bad later because
Oh,
it's
he's
something,
barking.
and I'm like, shut up. Yeah, because
He's barking for a reason like that.
Yeah, his mohawks are
And there's
standing up, so
different
there's
kind of
something.
box. Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's different
this is
kind of
something.
box that you can tell.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
a
you're
something
right.
box, how deep it is. Like when
Yeah.
my dog barks,
Here
I
to
can
go.
tell if he's just barking for I don't know what, or if there's like if there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like that deep kind of like that
my-
means
My
somebody's around.
landlord, there's an apartment upstairs that's vacant right now, and they're doing work on it upstairs. So he's got people coming and going. So at the side of the house, like right outside my fucking window here, there's like a lockbox. So the what do you call it? The guys, like the journeymen and all that shit, like the people working on the house can come get the key. Well, every time they come, it's like Dakota hears them obviously and sees them because it's like literally outside the window. So it's probably that they're probably coming to work. Stop. You're fine, babes. Yes, you're all right. You're a good guy.
Right, he's
Thank
just doing his job. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
just
I know. I know. He's just loud. He always wants to be on the voice on the panel, I guess.
he'll start streaming.
yeah. Yeah.
Chairman Shepard time.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, it's been crazy the last couple days. Hopefully things quiet down for a little bit. It'd be nice to go a couple days without any nonsense or any kind of
I'm not on
problem that
Twitter.
we have to.
You came through all
Yeah,
this
right?
on Twitter, right?
Yeah, but you always hear about it from me anyway, so it's like you don't
Yeah.
even need to be on it. I just tell you. So, but yeah, but it's good to have eyes and ears everywhere and just to be on top of things. And
Well,
I like
on
to
this
just set the
situation,
record straight.
You have to when it comes to something such important like this, people's
It is.
legacies and women being raped and
It
stuff.
is.
You have to cross your T's, dot your I's, and make sure you got the right people
Yeah.
around, and people are not going to be
Yeah.
liabilities and stuff like that. You really can't have them if you don't know how to play the game, or if you don't know what if you can't see the forest through the trees, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's important. Like, look at it this way: we were all just sharing about who we've lost, and who we're going to light a candle for tonight, and stuff like that. And everybody, I think, in this chat has lost someone that you care about and love. Imagine if somebody was trying to do this to their legacy, it would bother you. It would hurt you. It would not sit right with you. You might not maybe handle it the exact same way we are, but you know what? There's a lot of animosity involved there because it's been going on for so long. There's a lot of things that have been said over time. People's feelings have been hurt, and there's a lot invested.
I believe if their son was Corey Haim, I believe anybody would handle it the same way. If
I
that
think
was
so,
your
too.
son's legacy, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they would be, so, you know what I mean? Especially, how the Feld fans going to paint things. Like, it's just, like, if you can't see what the war is about or what this is about, then I don't, like I said, you should be doing something else.
Believe it or not, it might not sound like it at times, but our hearts are in the right place. They really are. And it's about standing up for someone's mom, you know what I mean? And I would like to think that if it was, me or you or any one of us in the chat that we consider friends and someone that we care about, I would like to think that people would do the same. They're not going to let someone stand at your grave and piss on it. Like, it's just not on our watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, anybody would feel the same way if their family member's legacy was at stake, and women being futurely abused also, and all, you know what I mean? Everything of the above. Like,
yeah.
Sorry
about your loss, Aaron. Her fiance was a sniper in Afghanistan. He was killed, and now I'm alone forever. I get it.
You won't be alone forever.
Yeah.
There's people out there. There's someone for everybody. It's not over yet.
Right, that's true. I don't look at it as being alone. Like, that's my choice. But I know what it's like to lose someone that you love very much, and it's the worst feeling in the world. Like, there's nothing even remotely close to it.
And thank you for his service in Afghanistan. Thank you for your fiance's service to the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
what were you gonna say?
We're amongst friends here, and we support each other, and there might be times when we don't always agree, or we might weed out some people that we thought were one way and maybe not, but that's part of it. And I think we have a good core group of people, pardon the pun, but I really do. I think we have a good group of people. I really do. And I do. And there's a lot of love here and a lot of support. And, you know, people, I think damn near anybody in this chat would be willing to listen at any given point in time if somebody reached out. And I've had people reach out to me, you know, and others have reached out to others as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's the community that we're in. And a lot of good has come from it, despite what, you know, it may look like at times or what the Feld fam tries to say. We are good people.
Yeah,
we're
no
standing up for something that's right.
And let's remember this, though.
No.
The 99.9% of the people believe what we believe. Nobody believes the Feld fam and Corey. Nobody does. Like I said, I'm not exaggerating. What I do is I type Corey Feldman in YouTube, like for 15 minutes straight. And I go to every video, ones that I didn't hit, any video that he's on, maybe be a music one, anything that he's on. And I go and I drop Wolfpack links and I tell them he's a liar. Come check these channels out. I do that all the time. And I suggest other people do that. If you got some time, go to these channels, anything with Feldman, and drop the link to the channels and say he's a liar.
Yeah.
Wakes up more people.
See, so there's a few of us in here that have lost our men. You know what I mean? And like it's been hard. Like I've gone to suicide support groups and shit like that. Like nobody I know has lost their spouse. So there's 2 in this chat right now that have lost their spouse. So you guys understand where I'm coming from when when people are attacking me because of his choice. Like it's something they don't even understand or know about in the first place. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I was getting upset about the whole Heather thing before, you know, because somebody asked me about that, and it was like, well, I'm sure if it was
that lady is, but she's evil, and and if that was you, if your fiance died, and people were throwing digs at you and digs at him, oh yeah, anybody would be livid. And if anybody says no, they're full of shit.
That's right. But you know, a lot of it is just taking it one day at a time, you guys, like especially for Evelyn, because this just happened for her like last week.
Oh my god.
I want to say like Thursday or Friday. Yeah, oh yeah. I want to say like Thursday or Friday. It happened. Evelyn, where are you? I want to say it was like Thursday or Friday that it happened. It's very raw, it's very recent, and I'm sure she's still walking around in shock right now. And that will last for a long time. And then when it's almost a blessing to be in shock, because when the shock wears off, it's just like this immense fucking pain. Like it's just, you know, then it's denial, then it's anger. Like you go through every step. Like, so, you know, we're here for you. You're not alone. Like, I mean, it's important to know that you're not alone. And just remember that this too will pass. Like it really does. I'm proof of that. Like I'm almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in September. So, I mean, it still hurts. I still cry about it. I still grieve for him. I still miss him. That will never go away, but it does get better. Like, believe it or not, it's just, it takes time.
She says someone was killed in a riot?
Not a riot, a robbery. A robbery. Evelyn, I don't know if she's still here.
Oh my god.
Is she still here?
I don't know
if she is or not. I haven't seen her for a minute, so maybe she's not, but thanks for being you, Lewis. Glad you're back. I don't know if she's here, but it's good to know that.
I think a good thing is our channel Grief is helping Judy and to keep trying to protect her son's memory from Corey Feldman's lies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
she's here. So
Feldman's lies believed. Nobody believes him no more. He's destroyed. His credibility is gone. Nobody's buying his story or his bullshit documentaries and filthy, disgusting movies.
Right.
They totally know this guy's a sham and a shill. I'm a shill, a sham. Because like I said,
I love how you every time you do that.
Listen, I go read the comments on all these channels. I read all the comments, and 99% of them all hate Feldman and don't believe his lies. And I check out a lot of channels and I check out lots of comments, and 99% of them comments are all against Feldman and don't believe him at all. Very rarely do you find out of 100 comments, one comment, I believe you, Corey. One out of 100 or two. It's like, wow. So.
Well, unfortunately, I see it on Twitter. That's one unfortunate thing but there's a lot of people, like, you don't know how long they've been following them, right? And it's like, oh, I seen this, and, I believe you. And it's like, man, if you could spend like a couple hours with me, like, I could convince you that maybe he's not the person you thought he was. Yeah, Thursday. It was Thursday.
A lot of them are new. A lot of the Feldman people who do buy it are new people who know nothing about the story. And once they indulge in it and find out about it, they found the truth. That's how, remember the girl Sam who came in the room? Remember the Sam thing? Yeah. Was one of them. Yeah. Where she didn't know what was up with it. She didn't know what was going on. And I threw all of your videos at her, and she seen what it was for. And she's like, oh my God. I can't believe I believed. I thought this guy was truthful. Oh my God. Totally seen right through it. And she was someone new who just started following it, But I got to her quick and says, hey, check out these links. And she's like, oh my God. And stopped supporting Feldman immediately. Was actually ragging on him in his Twitter. I don't want to dox her handle or whatever. If I remember it, I don't know. But yeah, she was in there saying, you lied to me, you son of a bitch. So people do see the truth. He is so transparently fucking dishonest and shit. Like, everybody knows this guy's full of himself and full of crap.
Yeah.
And like I said, history is going to be very, very, he's not going to be liked in history. And Corey Haim, thank God, his memory is going to be preserved and his history is going to be preserved. No one's buying this shit at all. And that makes me very happy because I go check the comments and that's how I know, like, that he's all right. He's not going to be able to defame Haim's memory. And nobody believes that bullshit at all. Feldman is going to be a movie on him in the future called Fraudman, The Ultimate Betrayal and Liar. No doubt.
That's a good name of a movie.
He's going to go down in history as one evil, bad man. A little manipulative, jealous, envy little man. And hopefully he goes down in a prison. The picture how funny his mugshot will be. Please, city. Please, I'm a great actor. He's like, ever see Shawshank Redemption when the guy's like, I don't belong here. Please talk to the warden. I gotta go home. That's gonna be Feldman. I was in Dream.
Yeah, it is.
I don't belong here. I was in Dream a Little Dream. I dance like MJ. And I'm gonna be like, nope, in the cell. In the cell, no makeup for you, Corey. Tanya won't come up and visit him. No, and Tanya won't be. Tanya will not stand. They'll take his commissary. Tanya won't stand by him because soon as he goes to the can, Tanya's off with another John. Let's be honest. Tanya's going to be off with another guy. Without Feldman, she can't survive. Who's paying for her opiate habits and her not at all. She's going to go find a sugar daddy.
Wow.
She might be in jail with him.
Yes, I guess she already has one. She already has a sugar daddy, I guess, if you look at it. Because she's not even 30 and he's almost 50.
True.
I guess I never looked at it that way before, but, Well,
he likes preying on young women. Young women are naive. They think maybe I can get a spot in Hollywood or become this or that. He lures them in with lies and controls them, gives them drugs. It's a real nice way to live your life.
Gina will hook her up with some tips. Like Dreadful says.
Gina, like I said, looks like the Lord Orc that came out of that ground, man. She's one creepy looking angel. Gina the Hutt. Were you in Star Wars, Gina? Like, honestly, Gina the Hutt. Like, she does look like something out of Star Wars. I can't like put what character yet, but she does look like Bebop from the Ninja Turtles, though. That's true.
Is that little rot dude with the buck teeth?
The pig.
Oh,
Do you remember the pig?
Bob with names and movies. I could Google it and see, but off the top of my head, I can't think of it.
Well, Google Bebop from the Ninja Turtles right now, and you tell me that's not.
She's a
Gina.
handsome lady. Dakota, stop.
She's a handsome lady, Lord Dreadful said. Oh, man. Yeah, she's got like, what's on her nose? There was something on her nose. It looked like a small island. Looked like Epstein's Island
It's
or
a
something.
wart. It's a
I don't know what
wart.
that was.
Dakota!
Does it have some? Does her wart have its own zip code? I was just curious. Probably does. She might hide her drugs in her wart. Who knows? Queen of herpes. Queen of the herpes. Oh, the harpies. Okay, harpies. Yeah, she looks like an old harpy dude. She does. Oh, man. Smile. That head on her. Are you looking at Bebop?
Hang on, I'm
No.
gonna drop the link. No, I was trying, but Dakota keeps distracting me here. StreamYard links in the chat.
Yeah, if anybody wants to join. I wish that they came trolling on my channel yesterday. I don't believe it was the Feld fam. I think it's troll because
I do.
why aren't they
They
in
were
here right
targeting
now?
me. They were targeting me.
But why aren't they? Why aren't they? True, but why aren't they in here doing it right now?
Because they know I'll fucking ream their ass out. Here.
Hey,
Hey.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna mute for a sec. Dakota's losing it.
Okay. I'm just dropping in here just to tell you guys something funny. You know, one of my friends lived in Corey's house, and he
Wow.
told her that he hates Leonardo DiCaprio because he auditioned, Corey Feldman auditioned for Gilbert Grape. You guys remember that movie?
Yes,
And he said that he should have gotten that part and that he would have won.
Arnie.
Yeah.
He wanted. He couldn't have played Arnie. Leonardo DiCaprio played a great Arnie. Now, don't get me wrong. I would pay money to see Feldman try to beat Arnie just for laughing, but he could never play Arnie.
Yeah, he said that he should have gotten it, and he said that he would have won the Oscar.
Oh my God! Yeah, right. Oh my God! DiCaprio played a great part where you really thought he was a handicapped kid. Like Feldman could have never pulled that off. Well, Feldman he could just sit there and he looks handicapped, but it's like, you know, I'm not making fun of handicap.
Oh my god.
No,
That's hilarious.
hopefully, if Feldman did get that movie, maybe he would have fell off the tower. Like, you know what I mean? That maybe Feldman would have fell off and broke his hips. That would have been funny. No more raping women with broken hips, Corey.
Oh, that's not funny, but
No, I know, but it's nice to dream a
oh
little.
boy,
Dream a little dream.
dream a little dream.
No, dream a little scream in falling. Oh my God, I'm falling. He
Oh my
actually
God.
thought he was going to be better than Leonardo DiCaprio. That shows the ego on him.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Like, DiCaprio's a great actor. Like, this Feldman is not. Like, Feldman was never even a leading role. He was the second guy. He was the second fiddle. Not even the third. Ridiculous. He never held a movie in his life. He was just a child. He was a child actor. Was never even a leading man. Like, ridiculous. You were the ugly friend. You were the ugly friend. Bottom line.
Look, right here, Dakota.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
hop
was
off.
the ugly friend.
I'm gonna hop off.
All
I
right.
just
Thanks for
wanted to
coming
share
on. Thanks for the laugh.
that. Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
See you guys.
Thank
See you later. Bye.
so
Bye.
much. That was great.
Yeah, that is funny. Who does he think he is? Better than Leonardo DiCaprio?
Well,
Like,
in
what
his
is
head, did
Corey
you hear
done
the-
lately?
Did he tell you what you call it said to him? Michael Jackson said he was the next Marlon Brando.
Oh, fuck my life. Like, oh, yeah, okay, Cor. Like, I want what you're smoking.
He lives in
Definitely not weed.
his own little world. Yeah, I agree with Lord of Dread. Fell Dog's Rambo Frog Brother impression was horrific. Yes, it was. It was very cringy. Even though I look back as a kid, I couldn't catch it, but now it was very cringy. With truth, justice, and the American way. Yeah, Feldman
Yeah.
could never. All right, put it this way: Haim could play any part Feldman was in, but Feldman couldn't play any part Haim was in. Feldman could never carry a fucking movie. Could never do that. Never.
Right.
He didn't have
Right.
what Haim had. Like, and that's why he was so jealous of him.
Like, Leonardo DiCaprio has done some amazing work.
Hell,
What has Corey Feldman done within the last even 10 years that's been considered amazing?
he
Nothing.
played a tranny
Nothing.
vampire. I heard. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
yeah, like he can't compare himself.
Okay.
To,
I will. Oh boy, something's going on.
it's just
I
ridiculous.
don't know what now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off, Kim. I gotta do some things around here.
Yep.
And
No
stuff.
worries. I gotta go as well. And
All
Dakota
right,
won't
thanks for
settle.
having me
So
on.
yeah,
And
thank you
tonight I
for
will
coming
light a
on.
candle tonight for everybody's loved ones
Absolutely.
and stuff.
Absolutely. That's a great
God bless
idea.
you all in the
Okay.
chat. So sorry for all your losses. Thanks for having me on. God
Thank
bless
you
Corey.
guys.
R.I.P. Corey.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, I just want to say thank you to everybody that came on the panel today. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the laughs. Thanks for sharing your stories. And thanks for being there. It's because of you guys that we do what we do. And, Judy needs to know that she's supported and loved, and I'm sure she's feeling that way right now. In fact, I'm going to give her a call and make sure she is feeling that way. So please light a candle in honor of all of our loved ones tonight. If you're not just say some good thoughts or say some good, and I will talk to you guys soon. So thank you, everyone, and peace out. Ow!